prophetic book of peace. This is not Islam.
Osama Jamal is the Secretary General of the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations. He joins us now live from Chicago. Thanks for being with us. What do you make of the Pope's comments?
Well, first of all, we are very pleased with the Pope visit to a Muslim country like Turkey, and we are also pleased to see him visit a mosque, the Blue Mosque, and show some kind of interfaith close collaboration and friendship. As far as the Pope's statement on condemning violent extremism and ISIS and the like organizations, the American Muslim community and the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations, the Muslim American Society, and many have taken a further step, actually an earlier step, and we did sign on a letter that is refuting ISIS ideology, a claim for an Islamic State and all their practices. And this letter, open letter to ISIS, was signed by more than 120 worldwide prominent scholars and leaders around the country and around the world. So, and we were co-signers on this. We have a very consistent message and consistent position on violent extremism, terrorism, and the organizations like Al-Qaeda and ISIS, Boko Haram, and the like.
So what was Pope Francis getting at here? Why would he make this call if, as you say, Muslim leaders have and are condemning violence and are promoting tolerance and dialogue?
Unfortunately, this is not true. Muslim community and Muslim leaders have made very clear a statement on violence and extreme ideologies. We have been consistent. We have been on the record for many, many years. We have always stood not only in making statements and positions, but also in practice. We have reached out to our fellow citizens and other faith groups in joint activities, in collaboration on all forms of violence. For instance, here in America, we are joining other groups of Christians and Jews and unions and civil society organizations to curb gun violence in America. We have been consistently, again, educating our community against violent extremism. We are on the record for this.
Given that, will Muslims be insulted by the Pope's comments? Will his comments be damaging to the relationship between the Muslim and Catholic faiths?
Not indeed. We have very strong relationship between the Muslim community and the Catholic, especially the Catholic Church. Here, at least, I'm going to give you an example. In Chicago, the Muslim community was the first to welcome then Bishop Francis George coming to Chicago. And when he was becoming Archbishop and then wanted to become Cardinal, the good relationship that we had between the Muslim community and the Catholic Archdiocese, the Archbishop then wanted to have a delegation of Muslims with him to the Vatican to witness his ordination. So we have a very good relationship with the Catholic Church.
So is there anything more that the Pope should have said? What about other groups that promote hatred and violence?
Absolutely. I would have loved to hear the Pope to have an equal message to Islamophobes who are really growing in Europe and also in the United States, because these kind of rhetoric, these kinds of positions on Islam and Muslims does not help the growing relationship between Christianity and Islam and even Judaism. We should be all calling for tolerance. We all should be calling for peaceful coexistence. We should always condemn those extreme voices that can damage and harm these kind of relationship. I think we are looking for more peaceful coexistence. It would have been a very balanced and by the Pope to have these two statements, but we are confident that the Pope, we have seen his interest in establishing good relationship with Muslims. We are confident that such statement will come from him, and not only statements, but real actions between our churches and mosques in this regard.
Good to talk to you. So many thanks indeed. Osama Jamal, the Secretary General of the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations. We'll get a weather update next here on the News Hour. Still to come, though, searching for loved ones. The case of 43 missing students in Mexico.